What I recommend is find the demographic you like working with the best, find your tribe, your people, and then work backwards from there. Don't work forwards, work backwards. Think of if all of my leads could be from this demographic, this area, these people, what's going to attract them? Whatever that is, I want first-time buyers. Okay, fantastic. If that's your audience, great. That's fantastic. What are first-time buyers looking for? Buyer incentives. They're looking for affordability, homes under X price. For me and most of you, you're not looking for more first-time buyers, so I would completely discourage running any kind of ads involving affordability because then you're going to get the wrong people. But if those are your people, run those ads. Again, think of who you want, what's your end game, and work back from there.
So I had somebody come in mid-October. It was a downsizing ad. They automatically get set up on a downsizing search in the area that they are located. And I also have the texting conversations through Elena Key. So she set up email drips and then the accompanying texts with it. And this woman just responded, recently. Essentially, her parents are going to be downsizing, moving here from Indiana to Cincinnati in the next couple months, and so I've got them set up on a new construction and ranch home search, and so that's a little win there.
Not running a downsize ad to me is foolish at this point. I think it's one of the ads that's just consistently among the best ads statistically and then demographically what I see.
Yeah, because a lot of them have something to sell, obviously. So in most cases. So
And
yeah,
it's
and you get a lot of engagement with that. It just seems.
They're responsive. They're receptive to your calls. They want help. They need help. And they're willing to get that help from you. Whereas some other people, the younger professionals, might be less willing to engage in the early going. They're still going to work with you eventually if you do a good job, but they're less receptive.
I use Real Scout, which is connected to Follow Up Boss. So on that first, when they come in through Street Text and hit Real Scout, I don't get the pixeling, but then they get set up on a search where it's sending it to their email, this search after that. And as soon as they hit that email and go into Real Scout, then I get the pixeling and I can see everything that they're looking at.
I'll add like the Real Scout setup with the pixeling and everything like that's been one of my more preferred. I've really liked what I've been seeing on that. But even if you don't have that, don't underestimate or overlook, I would say, the importance of like Leon was saying. I still see all the time when I check on people's ads. I'm like, oh, this ad looks fine, and you're getting good stats on it. But then I hit view link, and it just takes you to your website, and nothing's done. It's just a general, it's an open search. If you say, hey, do you want to see homes that look like this, feel like this, are this, and then they have to go and do the work themselves, I look at it as you've given them some of your tools and sent them off to work. They don't want to work today. It's their day off. They want the day off. So give them the day off. What that means is do the work for them. So if you send them to a site and all those filters aren't already done for them, you're going to have low engagement. You're still going to have good lead costs, and it's going to be hard to understand. You're going to go, why aren't these leads answering the phone? Well, you've offered them something that you didn't end up giving them. You have to give them what was offered. So, and one of the examples I use is, homes with a purple door. Not that anybody would want that, but you can't, there's no way to filter that on the IDX, so don't build that ad. You know what I mean? Whatever you can do through your website, set up a really good search, build the ad for it, make sure they're linked together. If you can have pixeling and all that other stuff that companies like Rail Scout offer, wonderful, much better. But at the very least, make sure that what they see is perfectly in line with what was offered. Otherwise, when you call them, you're the bait and switch person, right?
I would say another little suggestion is just, and this is for everybody, like there's certain accounts you need to be a pro account or a legacy account to use this, but there's like a customized button beside some of the ads. So like the downsize ad, for example, because it drops a pretty big 15-mile radius, you can click the customize button and you can change the wording slightly. So you can put an area in there. So you could say something like looking to downsize in Pismo Beach. So that way, when you drop the pin, you're not grabbing like a 15-mile radius. Because I know 15 miles in California and LA could sometimes just put you into like crazy traffic and stuff. So just when you have an ad that you like and you like the copy, that's for everybody. That little customize button, if you have it in your account, allows you to take that copy and just slightly tweak it to maybe match you. It's also with the downsize, I think about some markets, downsizing might be a condo. So you might change the wording in there to say something about a condo, like looking to downsize to a condo or smaller, blah. So just know that you can tweak those to play around with those markets once you get your avatar in your head.
Yeah, I mean, if your demographic is a little bit on the other way where you want younger professionals, then it's things like upsize and things of that nature where you want somebody who is in that stage of their life. I personally love upsize and downsize at the same time because if I can generate two opposing audiences long term, to me it kind of makes sense. In a sense, there's going to be some overlap and there's going to be people kind of back and forth, and you're going to be able to say, I know, I know a great home for you. Homes in a particular school district, depending on again where you are and the kind of people that you want to talk to, I think those can be good ads this time of year, especially. I find most people with kids, especially school age kids, don't move, earlier in the year. They're starting to get ready to move now when school's getting ready to go out so that they can, situate themselves and they want to be in the right catchment areas. So if you have a way of itemizing that and showing people, I know the best school districts, I know the catchment areas, let me help you figure out that. I think that would be good. But yeah, again, it's think of who you want to talk to. Pretend you're on the phone and imagine who that person is. It's your perfect lead. What did they just ask you for? What do they want? What do you want to talk to them about? So yeah, that's the way I would go about it. For sure, downsize, most likely pool homes. If you have anything waterfront, then that one as well. And it doesn't have to be oceanfront or anything like that. And I use verbiage of waterfront for that specific reason. It's not lakefront, uh, stream front, riverfront. It's waterfront. If there's anything water related, and I find those ads to be very, very effective in your area.